I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Oops, the podcast. We're here. GIULIO Gallerati, joined by young Lynch himself.
Skirt. Howdy.
Ryan Lynch. We have a very special guest in the building today. Hilarious comedian, talented actor, man of many talents, always bringing the energy and the heaters. Give it up for Derek Gaines, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on? How's everyone?
Bringing it. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
Good to see you.
You too, man.
Good to see you. I just did Derek's pod a few weeks ago and realized he has not done this one before. And I'm like, we got to get Derek in the mix. Good shit.
Pod is nice.
What's your pod called again?
No need for apologies.
No need for apologies. Check out our episode. It was funny, as well as the rest of the episodes. It's
And Dave Temple, yeah, man, it's my co-host.
Dave Temple, the OG. Derek and I have spent a lot of time together in various states in this wonderful country of ours, burning it down, doing comedy.
You're good at it, yeah.
You know, living it up and having a good time. And that's it, dude. So here we are. Glad to have you here, bro.
You must hoof on the stage. Not just to be there, but to hoof.
What does that mean?
To hoof is to do very well.
You got to hoof it.
You got to hoof. You got to knock it out. It's actually a tap dance term, but I use it for comedy.
You got to bring it.
If you hoofing on stage, you're doing good.
You got to bring the heat.
There's no Gregory Hines reference, but that I'm just showing my age. Yeah.
Derek gets in the zone in a way that I would argue is unique. He is getting in the zone. He's ready to go. He's walking around doing it and treating it like it's the big leagues every time.
You got to. I mean, even if it's not, yeah, but it's still people out there that you should perform in front of. And you want to do your best. You know, you want to talk your shit. You want to get your jokes off, you know. In battle rap, let him get his raps off. Let's get your jokes off. It's the same thing, just it's not no beat and it's not as aggressive.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the like spoken word battle raps? Have you seen those?
I kind of hate it. They're just writing aggressive poems to each other. They got to know each other before they even rap. It's like, because I found all these battle rappers as friends.
Right.
Like, I found a lot of them URL cats, they hang with each other, know each other's business, and then they write it down into prose. Right. And then they expound on stage. These are the words you got to use. They expound on stage. These motherfuckers be getting an iambic pentameter with the raps. It's poetry. I don't really like poetry. I like jokes.
Have you seen those, Lynch?
I've seen these basically just rap without music.
Roan does these, but Roan
okay,
does
then
like,
yes, I know exactly
he does like actual battle raps too. He's very good at it. Roan's like he works at Barstool, right? White dude. He's like used to be very much in the scene. I think he still does a little bit of it.
I think I saw one of Roan's or one of them white boys, and he went up against one of a fat rapper.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
And he just told a poem about him being overweight, and the way he ended it sounded like a poem. I said, I'm not fucking with Roan no more, because it was just too
Shots
like
fired
I'm
at
like
Roan.
It hasn't been good since 2013 Summer Madness when Low Deluxe went up there against whatever his name was, and he just looked out into the crowd and he said, "This to all my brothers up north, getting full on that Jack Mac. First smack back, we got a negative back smack, and you gonna love it." It was that last best one. And it's gonna be a whole lot of head rolls, breath hold to the death toll. You know how they get it.
So it's been hacky.
It's not even hacky. It's just Def Poetry Slam. It's just like, all right. I almost want to go like this when they done. Yeah. I mean, it could. Sometime you jump. Tay Rock and Chess still got a few. They really go, all right, okay. Charlie Clip, the guys, but no.
Battle rapping is the equivalent to real rap. Not to call it battle rapping to normal rapping is the equivalent of like and one mixtapes to the NBA.
Absolutely.
For whatever reason, it doesn't like fully translate into something else. Man. Remember Jin?
Yeah, I remember Jin.
Jin was this little Asian guy who won Freestyle Friday like 10 times in a row. He got signed to Rough Riders.
Yep.
And then he didn't really do much.
And then Sirius Jones ended his career.
What happened? I didn't get this
He
far.
rapped him. He out-rapped him. He just beat him. And then you knew Jen lost because he said in the rap, I don't care if I lose as long as my family good. I said, it's a rap, Jen.
You can't admit
He
defeat.
I could teach you to speak Chinese. Rough Rider signed him. Look, I'm on all this shit.
Is battle rap
It
like
was too gimmicky. Lynch, it was too gimmicky.
well, like is battle rap like UFC where like if you lose you can come back, or is it like if you lose you're toast and no one respects you anymore?
But the same in UFC. If you take an embarrassing L, it like your legacy is forever tarnished.
It's tarnished.
But do you have an opportunity in which one
Some
do you have
battle
more of an
rap, there's been
opportunity to come
rematches,
back?
But sometime if you on top, stay on top. Because when you lose and you lose bad, it's hard for you to climb out that hole. When it comes down to that, it's just words, it's literature war, it's literary. I don't know.
Fortitude.
They just be because like they know each other. That's the thing. They all know each other, so they just air out each other's dirty secrets. You know what I heard? You know what I heard?
Right.
You know what I heard?
Right.
You know, it's and rounds and rounds and rounds. But it gets people going. There's a market for it, so I get it.
Which is, I mean, effectively what like any rap beef has become. And people were criticizing even the Drake and Kendrick thing. Not that, I know this topic has been beat to death. We haven't really talked much about it on this pod, so I'm fine with talking about it here. But people were criticizing it being like, all this is like doing research about people now and like surprising us. Like that's not what it should be.
You got a kid. You got a wife.
Right.
You got a husband that lives in the Dominicana. This is more shit. Like, all right. I mean, that was entertaining. The Kendrick Drake thing was entertaining because we got 10 new songs.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
And
they were good.
And then, but battle rap, they don't be having songs. They just be up there with another round of whatever, and it's got to be crazy. But stuff has gone viral. Do not let me discredit these battle rappers because they still write some pretty crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. 8 Mile was the best.
Do you think there'd be a market for the same way they do UFC if they had like cards and you had Drake versus Kendrick at a live event doing live like rap battles against each other? Do you think they would ever do an event like that?
Them niggas is rich. They
No
gonna do
way.
that.
Yeah.
No.
They rich.
Wait, do you mean cards? Do you mean like,
Like get in a
a
cage?
title card?
I mean like a real
yeah,
UFC but swap out the fighting with rapping.
Well, what
They
you
do
do
it
with
with
that
battle
is
rapping.
you hire battle rappers to be a ghostwriter. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of battle rappers do ghostwrite.
Do they like get other jobs too? Like there are probably battle rappers on Wild 'N Out, right?
There's probably battle rappers at Starbucks, yo, Julio. You know, everybody has dreams. Motherfuckers got dreams.
Well, but that's the thing. Like the route forward seems challenging because it's like you won't necessarily be good at making your own songs or whatever. Like you said, you
Yeah.
can write some like crazy
If
bars.
battle rappers can translate into hit makers, my God. But you don't really hear about that too.
Right. Some like just like Ali Mo and on the N1 mixtapes or whatever.
I saw when people tried. I remember I was rooting for Loaded Lux when he came out with a song Red Man, Meth Man, and they was trying to
I
make
don't know
hits.
if I heard it.
but
They
nah.
did a song. They did songs together.
Yeah, Loader was my guy. He was for a long time. I was like, oh, that's Young Harlem right there. But no, turning that battle rap into hits is tough for a lot of.
Let me ask you this, Derek. Derek is a working actor. The guy has stayed acting probably
Since 2015.
the entire
Wow.
time I've known you. You've really done well as an actor, and you're a good actor, so I'm not surprised.
Getting there.
But you have acted. Now I'm trying to think. Like, what were there any people that you acted with that you've been like super psyched about? I remember, and I'm asking this because didn't you film with Method Man on Bupkis, right?
I did.
Okay,
But I saw Method Man on Last OG too.
Oh, really?
So Meth was pretty talented guy. So he was always pretty funny. So no,
He's cool?
Method Man is a chill guy, very chill. He's a big stickler on his teeth. I've noticed.
Interesting. What's he's doing things to them?
He has a cleaning kit that he does in between takes.
Does he think his teeth are fake?
I don't know, but they are clean. They're very white. And you like, because he got the floss and the little thing, and he's talking to you, but he.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he's telling a whole lot of street jokes like we've all heard, but to a rapper, a street joke, to a comic, but adorable. I want to say that's the METHOD. I can't say
He's being an unk.
Yeah, that's Uncle. That's Meth. That's Cliff. I'm not going to combat with Cliff.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I don't. No. So you got to kind of let it go. But no, who was I psyched to act with? Matter of fact, actors be acting. But I like some of the directors I had. Rest in peace to I forgot his goddamn name. Carl Weathers. Yeah. Action Jackson. He directed a few episodes of Last OG.
No way.
And to be able to act under his direction was pretty cool.
No way.
All right, he has some skill. And then
That's cool. I didn't realize he even did that.
Yeah.
That's
so yeah, he
RIP,
directed. He
dude.
did because he directed a lot of those Mandalorian episodes. A lot of people don't know that.
Interesting.
He was in Star Wars. Like, he was up there with Favreau and them.
Chubbs.
Yeah. So
Chubbs. RIP.
and then who else? The guys from Blue Bloods actually kind of gave me a little.
You had a nice little storyline.
I had a 4 episode arc. It went all the way over. I didn't get killed. I was supposed to, but they thought
They
I was
kept him
funny.
in. They loved him. They wanted the great boy in the mix.
So now I'm just auditioning for bigger movies now. Bigger movies, bigger TV shows. CBS this, Warner Brothers that. I'll be glad when I can land one of these motherfuckers. And then don't tell nobody I'm in it. So when everybody goes out to watch it and my black ass pops up, I'll be like, God damn. He really is cameo Jesus.
He's everywhere.
He's
this guy.
everywhere. Yeah, so
This guy's everywhere.
but acting is good. Keep a check. I can buy a new jacket from time to time.
That's right.
All that fly shit.
You got to keep Derek away from the rodeo drive of whatever
High
city you're in.
end stores. Yeah, man, that's when all the habits come out. Yeah,
We all
me a
have our
high end.
weaknesses. We all have our weaknesses. Derek's is fly shit.
Fly shit. Some little $2,000, $3,000 jacket, some jeans with some ornaments on there, or a pair of collab boots or something. Come on, man. Give me a Louis Timberland. A Louis Timberland collab. Oh, I'm
We
giddy
gotta
like a
get you a
schoolgirl, Mr.
sponsorship,
Lynch.
dude.
Giddy. I'm very giddy. Giddy.
We got to get Derek a partnership so he just gets it all.
Yeah,
for free.
man. I need it. This Bell Staff hit me up. Stone Island hit me up. Who else? Off-White. Rest in peace, Virgil.
Rest in peace to Virgil, man. Come on now.
I need to walk around like a 21 Savage verse. I know Virgil looking down like, damn, that nigga back on that shit. Like, yeah. I'm sure, Virg. Rest in peace, you on stage, $3,000 a drip, $25 spot. Let's go.
Well, Derek, Lynch is getting engaged this upcoming weekend.
That's good, man.
And I was hoping that you might have some advice to impart.
Well, my boy Dave Timble just got married, so if you find love, keep it, and cherish that lady, man. If you felt the need to leave the streets, and stay out of the streets, and stay with her.
Well
Stay out of the streets, Lynch.
Thank
But
you.
the streets do be called.
Dave
I
got
gotta grow
engaged?
myself.
Dave got engaged?
He's married already.
Oh, wow.
He's already
They-
formed, courthouse.
Oh, nice.
They did it on the low, and then the dinner was to let everybody know they already got married. So it's pretty wild. So
That's
it's like,
cool.
yeah, we're married already, guys. This is just
nice.
for y'all to feel important.
They're like, oh, so you guys have.
Because the state of New
everybody's
York,
all like,
the state of New York tied us together last week.
got it. Oh, that's nice, dude. That's a solid couple. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, Dave and T, they doing good.
Comedy. Sometimes people in the comedy business, when they're like in a relationship, that people sometimes will be secretive and shit.
Absolutely. I think it's healthier. I think
To be secretive?
To be secretive, because man, oh man, because there's too much pressure on that Instagram with letting everybody know. Because then the scope is on you.
What, comedian and comedian, or just
Comedian, or just you being a
in the
in
comic.
personal life?
To keep your personal life personal, you might just want to keep it on the tuck. Because, you can get out there and people ask questions that you may not want to ask, or you got to tell people stuff that you don't want to tell because your relationship is like on Instagram or something or something. People can see it. Of course, people are going to go, so they're going to question it or whatever.
Right.
And then they feel like you owe it to them.
Or that. Yeah, a lot of crowds and audiences and onlookers think they deserve something from the entertainment.
right.
It's pretty wild.
That's like a style thing. Like, if some people like to be personal about it in general, other people, but the comedy relationship always I find interesting. A lot of the time people be like, people can't know that I'll find out random people in comedy are together and I'm like, oh, Like,
Yeah.
why were you guys keeping that a secret? Like some people, I'm like, nobody cares if you guys.
Yeah, and comics like when people break up. So somebody's back on that market. Somebody's lonely. Somebody's desperate. So
That's hard. That's especially because like, remember when you were younger, you're in high school and you break up with your girl, and now you got to see her every day, and suddenly she's holding hands with another guy. It's like the worst day of your life.
Worst day of your life.
You relive that in comedy if you date somebody in comedy.
Oh yeah.
Which is unusual.
Shit, I won't say no names, but shit, I've dated women in comedy and had bad breakups, and those breakups go straight to the Tonight Show. You see them work a set out about your black ass, and then now your friends got to go, ooh, it hurts, nigga, it hurts. She made it to late night with your ass, and you not even on late night yet. It hurts.
Oh, my God.
She's sitting on the couch, bitch ass nigga. Like, it's pretty bad. Like, I've seen it. She'll do a whole set about your ass.
I need to go
You were
dig
talking
it.
about holding hands down the hallway. Nah, nigga, TV. That's where it's at.
I'm going to find it. Be like, you ever date a guy who just always is in control of the Bluetooth player? I'm thinking of specific things Derek does.
Oh, yeah. I know that green room.
Do not change the music in the green room at the stand if
You
Derek
change
is
the green
there.
room. If
unless
I'm
you wanna get
there,
into a fight.
you're going to have a problem that day.
That is Derek's.
I invite
Bluetooth.
goons down just so you feel a little scared. Like, I probably shouldn't change the music. So many black people here.
What do you do when you walk into the green room and
First of
somebody's
all,
already
nobody
on the
knows how to
Bluetooth?
work the new speaker
Okay.
at the stand. I know how to work new speaker because Joe gave me the lesson. So I know the whole thing on how to do it. Everybody else be struggling to figure it out. Not me. So when I'm down there, the vibe is down there. I take the vibe with me. If I leave, speaker sound go off. I'm back in there, vibes is back. It's just like you gotta kind of set your feet down somewhere. That green room's mine. I'll let Dave Chappelle borrow it. I'll let good old Dave borrow that motherfucker. That shit's mine.
Yeah, do not venture down there unless you want to fight for the Bluetooth player, and you're going to lose. Unless you're Chappelle.
Yeah.
Unless you have your own security guards with you. If you're
Yeah,
one
if you
of
got
those.
goons with you, or you on some like even when Tony Hinchcliffe and Kill Tony came through for that little 1 week or whatever,
Yeah.
I still had control of that music.
Good. I like that.
You Austin motherfuckers don't have no vibes. It's New York. I'll keep the music playing. Y'all can do what y'all want, but I'm listening to my jam.
Shouting you out, Austin.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, they came through. It was Austin, whatever. And, I love when Dave Chappelle come down with his whole league because it's usually some soul singers in there and some wild musical celebrities that probably got their own thing set up. And that's fine. That's respect. Because that's just another cloth of the game. But, yeah, for the most part, the speaker's mine.
Yeah, well done. Well, dude, Derek. So, and occasionally, like in the business, you'll get unlucky and something shitty will happen. Derek, and this ended up working out because he ended up getting his own thing, and it was great. But, dude, I don't know. We never even like fully talked about it. We did a little, but I'm curious, just if you're open to talking about it.
It was my D-Day.
It was Derek's D-Day. This is crazy. We were filming. Okay, do you want to take it? Go ahead.
Because I could tell the other part.
Okay, so basically this is what happened. Derek, we were all filming a little thing for Netflix where we all had short sets, and it was going to be with Pete, blah blah blah, and we all were going to do it, and that's that. At the time, they were still testing everybody for COVID.
Crazily.
Yeah, which by the way, they were not testing the audience. The audience was not getting tested. Only the comedians were being tested as a formality. Everybody's fine. We get tested. Derek fails the test.
Fails.
It starts to. Derek was in the green room, and suddenly he's not in the green room anymore. We're like, "Where's Derek?" And suddenly we started hearing Derek failed his COVID test. He's taking another one right now, and we're gonna make sure. And then they started, and then he took it. He fails it again, and then they're like, "Well, we're gonna figure it." Fails it, and then he ends up not being able to participate.
Yeah, man.
It was one of the saddest things I've ever seen happen.
They treated me like a pariah, man. It was wild.
That was crazy.
Netflix looked at me like I was gross. Like I just fucking, like I was covered in shit. Like the way they handed me my clothes, because I had my show clothes on. And they had my clothes that I came in, they pushed it out to the curb, like with gloves on. It was like, get the fuck out of here. It was pretty wild. They was making me want to, they was trying to keep me in the W for 5 days. I was like, that's not going to happen.
Oh, fuck
I'm going to
that.
just fly home. Fuck that. And I went and got other tests around other clinics around the city, came back negative, which was so crazy. Like, I'm like, what's going on?
That's hurtful. That hurts. That's hurtful.
And then, but no, man, I was crying down Hollywood Boulevard. It was a real cool LA story. I was crying in my shades, and I had my Palm Angels jacket was brand new. It was very expensive. Like I was decked out. I had off-white jeans on, pair of McQueens on. I'll never forget that outfit because I wore it again. I wore it again on when I did the
Silver lining.
little 15.
Silver lining.
I wore it again on the little 15 I did for Netflix's YouTube.
Which he got to do his own thing. So I mean, it's nice that worked out and everything. So
And that's up. You can look up Derek Gaines. Pete Davidson presents Derek Gaines. It's up there. It's it did okay. I'm not bragging. I got 56,000 views in 2 years, baby.
Bro, that's solid.
56,000 in 2 years.
And you got paid?
Yeah, and got paid pretty very.
That's all that matters, honestly.
Netflix was only a little bit late on that check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, but no, it was a tough day.
Dude.
I wouldn't wish that on none of y'all because y'all my homies.
Likewise.
But yeah, man, the way they treated me after that was pretty tough. And that's one of the reasons I never really liked LA. My mom was out there, my aunt was out there, my girl was out there to come see me and all that. They didn't get to see me. They was out at dinner. I had to call them at dinner and let them know that I wasn't going to be performing. It was a tough time, but you know, the greats go through the bullshit.
Yeah, dude. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The comeback. What did he say? The comeback is always greater than the setback. Shout out to B-Shoy, dude.
Yeah, comeback was great. We had a good summer that year.
Minor setback for a major comeback.
Yeah, and one of the jokes went viral a little bit. Not even on my TikTok. Somebody else's TikTok. Comedy works or what? They picked up the cul-de-sac black joke. It got a couple views. People know me in the streets. I didn't like tour or nothing. Like I went on tour with other people that could sell out rooms, but it was fine. Like they kind of was like, "Oh, that's the cul-de-sac black guy." So it wasn't bad. Did
what it was supposed to do, worked out. But like, yeah, dude, that was like one of the crueler things. And we were all talking. I'm like, dude, no one cares if he has COVID. Yeah. Like even if or if he doesn't or does or whatever, like nobody gives a shit. This is like a really shitty.
But if I could be honest, that crowd was too cool for y'all.
Yeah,
y'all was cutting good jokes, man. Them LA fucks was in there just trying to get on, trying to look primp in front of it. When people in LA see cameras, they shut down.
It was a little bit of a tough crowd.
It's showtime. That's what it is.
It was weird.
And, yeah, man. Everybody's on that Tyrese. You remember when Tyrese was singing about Coca-Cola on the bus a long time ago?
No, I don't think
that's what I call it. Everybody think in LA they getting a Tyrese moment.
Right. They're like,
I was shooting a show called Broke Ass Game Show back in 2015. And if they saw cameras in goofy New York, they just start dancing, singing, little Asian kids coming up singing Michael Jackson. It was like wild. I'm like, this is not your fame moment. I'm not the guy, but whatever. Y'all do what you want.
Yeah.
Yes, Lynch.
You doing prize picks tonight?
Absolutely. I've already set my lineup for the night.
Yeah.
I'm ready to rock and I'm excited.
Yeah, I got Aaron Judge hitting more home runs than it's projecting because I'm a big Judge guy.
Dude, absolutely. He's having an incredible year. I mean, there's a guy who didn't used to hit for average, and that made sense because he's gigantic. The strike zone is like the size of most people's bodies. And here he is now. He's like a full-on Triple Crown contender. It's been exciting. So if you've been hammering the more on Judge, you've probably been doing a very good job on prize picks.
Yeah, we love prize picks, and Aaron Judge is really hot. That's besides the point. Right now, one Caleb Williams passing yard gets you one win on prize picks every week in September. That's right. Only 1 yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks of free W's. Don't miss this deal on prize picks because it's gone when September ends.
That's right. And Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active users. And all you need to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. It's a really fun way to be involved in sports on a daily basis. Win a couple bucks, have a good time. You love to see it. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports, unlike other apps. On Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia, and many others. So see if it's available in your state today and get involved in some Prize Picks.
Yeah, so download the Prize Picks app today and use code OOPS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code OOPS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need a win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Did you ever feel sick at all during any of that time?
Not a drop.
Not at all.
And I got COVID after, like back in New York, and was doing push-ups. I was tasting shit in food I never tasted. Like my taste buds was up. Like I'm like, this is a scam, nigga. What's happening? I'm better. I feel like better. Like I was mad. Push-up regimes. Like okay, do 50 diamonds, another 50 wide. I'm supposed to be sick. And nah, man. I didn't like any of it.
Fuck, dude. Yeah.
Over the next world stopper is a while from now, where I'm just sitting in the house anyway, because I had shit to do. I was pissed because when you fuck up the hustle, I be all.
Oh God, dude, a complete nightmare. Like,
Yeah, but you know.
yeah, dude. I mean, I thought that you handled it great. Like, just as far as like.
Nah, if
when
I could
saw
talk,
you, like,
if
a
I
week
could
later.
self critique, I was crying like a bitch. I was in the parking lot. Because here go me. If I could be real, here go me and because I hadn't shot a special. I was already like 18 years in the game. I thought I was like a failure, so I was like, it's not supposed to happen for me. It was just like, it was doom and gloom. It was more so, I'm glad I didn't get it, because it was just a reflection on myself. Like, man, you got to stop looking like this, man. You got to get cool on when you get problems. You got to figure out how to bob and weave a little bit better. You sit in the parking lot with $800 shoes on, crying like a whole bitch, ain't helping nobody. Like, what if your dad saw you right now? Shit, your mom is probably, just, my career, all that. It's like, no, just go to sleep. Something else will happen. And I really got to get to that, Giulio. Like, I really got to go.
You handled it completely reasonably.
Yeah, I'm
dude.
like,
I would have been
man.
crying like a baby too.
You sorry. Oh, my career.
Dude,
what am I gonna do?
That's the kind of thing that can like crush you. Like people, this thing about comedy, and like we talk about this every once in a while, but like taking an L like that, even if it's just like an unlucky one, like can really like make you change your course. So
Yeah, man.
nothing was
Netflix don't really
happy.
fuck with me like that. I think they still think I got COVID or something.
Well, dude, you got to do your own thing. So
But
that's
yeah,
cool.
no, you bounce back.
I'm glad that worked out in the end. And yeah, dude, like what a crazy thing. So anyway, like I'm sure you had a couple rough days, but like I saw you pretty soon afterward. And
Oh yeah, you can't.
You're
You
in good
can't. I
spirits.
can't stay down for long, man. I just will not, because my parents. I look up to my parents. My parents are engineers. They go to work every day. They're
I
in the
met your mom.
60s.
She's cool. Yeah.
Mom's in the 60s still work. My pop in his 60s still work. Not necessarily because they need to. They just want to.
Was
They
your dad
hustle.
like a pilot or something?
My father, he's a pilot now. He gasses jets in the sky. It's pretty wild.
That's crazy. Like with the ones that refuel themselves?
You ever see them planes that had that little tube that come
Yes.
out? He's the guy in that plane.
No way.
Working the tube, and the jet will pull up, gas up, go back out.
That's
So he's like in a designated
crazy.
safe zone. So when they play war games, it's like he's the guy that they go ollie oxen. These home base, go gas up, go back out. So yeah, my dad's been in the sky since he was like 16, 17. Like, he went to the military as soon as he graduated high school. He got in there fixing jets early. Like he was a jet mechanic at 17, 18, and then got to it. Push come to shove, Air Force One. Push come to shove, gas and jets in the sky. Went back to school. Like the whole thing. It's a whole run. So when I look at my mom and my dad's run, I be like, I can't just sit here and be a fucking ass. I gotta kind of get up, do some work so I can reflect on my parents a little bit better.
solid.
They're military. I'm not going to the military. I'd use this comedy to impress them somehow.
Well, do you feel that way? Did you feel like pressure to be impressive because you felt like they had such impressive careers and stuff?
And it's pressure I put on myself. Let's not get crazy here. This is not therapy, Lynch. This is
This podcast kind of is therapy sometimes. A lot of the time it is.
We get deep
So
sometimes.
it can be whatever
But-
it needs
We
to
get
be.
deep.
But it's self pressure. All the critiques I give myself is me. My worst critic is me. I could have a great set and I'll be like, you still didn't say that other joke, you bitch ass nigga. Stop. You have to tag. You're never going to be as good as these white boys who tag and tag and tag and they just be joking and I'll be watching motherfucker. I'll be like, all right. I'll be at the cellar like, God damn, these niggas is good.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that feeling. Yeah.
There's not too many clubs. I just sit there like, fuck.
Yeah.
Am I right? Oh yeah, but yeah. So everything I do is pressure I give myself. Yeah. So I get up, try to do errands, try to run as many errands as possible, try to stay active, and then get on stage and not bomb. Sometimes you will, but most times you won't. If you really just go all right down the pike on these motherfuckers, you the funnier one in the room. Go for it, But yeah, just all that self, because I don't go to therapy. I take boxing classes, so punch a bag, go at it.
Give it to them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of errands, this is another topic I wanted to bring up.
Absolutely.
I had to mail some shit today.
Oh, don't you hate that?
So I'm curious how. I'm going to give you guys a scenario, and let me see how confidently both of you would be able to do this without having to look anything up. This is what you have to do. You have to mail a dense envelope, so like a regular envelope, but the stuff that you're squishing into it is on the heavy side.
Okay.
It's getting heavy.
Okay.
You need to mail it, and that's all you have to do.
All right. So the envelope basically has the bubbles in the inside.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
This
You
is a
need the
letter
bubbles.
envelope. But you're stuffing like a few thick pieces of paper. Let's say it's like 7 pieces of paper, and they will fit in the envelope.
Will it close totally fine
Yes,
with
you-
like licking it?
Licking it, you might have to tape it a little bit for reinforcement.
That's fine.
That's a contract. Yeah. I feel like some
Yeah, let's
contractual
say it's a
shit.
contract.
It's a contract. Yeah, I know where the post office is at.
So, but what do you? But would you be able to do it without going to the post office and asking anybody anything?
I would be able to do it without asking anybody everything, but I'm cussing everybody out on the way there because I fucking hate the post office.
But you don't need to go to the post office. You can just drop it in the box on the sidewalk.
Okay.
But you won't be able to ask any questions. Would you be able to do it? I can confidently say that I would not have been able to, and I got it done. It took a village. But I did, and I'm curious if you guys think you can do it, and if you can walk me through the steps, and you can work together if that's helpful.
Yeah, because you got to send something back, right?
You're sending it out. That's it.
Send it out.
And it will come back to you. Well, you want it to come back to you.
Well, I might need help because on New York mailboxes, they don't have that red thing you flip up for the mailman to take it back. So I would probably have to ask some questions in the city. That's why I go to the post office, because I know if I go there, I'll get a lot of attitude. And if I wait in this bitch-ass line in front of somebody who got 9 boxes to send to Cincinnati, it's always that. I never just get in there. It's always some old lady that it can't hear, and she got to send something off, and the girl behind the desk is eating lunch while she's trying to, oh, God. Yeah, so I would have had to ask.
Okay.
What
They would
about
have hated every step of it.
what about like writing on the letter though? Like making the letter. Like, do you know how
Well, they
to
teach you how to do a return mail joint like 2nd grade.
top
So-
left, right?
Yeah, top left.
But why on
Put the
some
stamp on the right.
Okay.
Address in the center.
Okay.
address in the center?
Okay.
But how come sometimes
Good job, guys.
there's an address on the back at the
Isn't
seal?
that when it's built into the envelope? Or if there's a stamp on it or something?
Yeah,
if
but-
you just write it on the envelope, you guys are right. Left is the return, right is the stamp. And
and
that's
you
kind of all
write
you
your
need.
shit in the middle.
You put the shit in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll reuse stamps because I don't buy stamps. So I'll take stamps off of envelopes that I get, and then I'll tape them onto new envelopes.
That's some Leo DiCaprio
You can do
catch me
that?
if you can shit.
You do it.
I do
Motherfucker's a con man.
that.
That's-
The only problem is you don't.
Frank
a lot of the
Abagnale.
mail that I get with the little
Frank Abagnale Jr.
with the little slicer. No, it can be from a blue envelope and there'll be fragments of it in the background. I'll tape it on anyway to like a white envelope, but you reuse them. Cause just like you said, going to the post office, more so for me, the pain in the ass is getting the stamps. I have the envelopes.
Right.
I have the goods to
The
send,
stamps is
but the
old
stamps
school
are a bitch.
shit. That's old
But,
school
okay.
shit.
Are you confident in what kind of stamps you'll need for this?
Absolutely, because if it's a thick letter, you need to get the 65-cent stamp, not the lower one. You need like an expensive stamp, like the 119 or whatever. It's got better pictures on it.
Interesting.
It's like Nelson Mandela's on there or something like that.
Interesting.
And you need to get the 119 stamp, especially if it's thick, if like
Yeah?
it's thick paper. Yeah, you gotta. That's the cost.
See, he's ahead of me. You're ahead
Does
of me.
it say that it's like
see-
65
you
cents
can
on the
see
stamp?
the
I had
price
no
on the
idea
stamp.
about this.
You got there's 65-cent stamps and 119 stamps. Those for the big shipments. Those are the ones that got to go across a couple states. Like, yeah, I know that much from going to the post office. As much as I don't like to pay attention, you kind of gotta, because then your shit'll just wind up in that back bin. So yeah, you gotta get the big. There's the big boy stamps and the little boy stamps.
The big boy stamp.
That's a good
Okay.
sound.
Lynch, what were you gonna add?
Nothing. I think I could do it.
So this is my problem that I ran into. So
Okay.
I'm trying to get my Italian passport. So
Oh shit, that's right, because this is Carmen Sandiego over here.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
motherfucker be everywhere.
Derek calling me Carmen Sandiego is one of the funniest.
This
things
dude be
in the world.
traveling everywhere and be on the back of the plane in the middle with a smile on his face. I'll be like, who is this dude? He's a monk.
I'm trying to stay nimble, bro. My
Yeah.
age is tough.
Carmen Sandiego, the one that wore like the red jacket, and,
Yeah,
and,
and
like
she
the
was-
hat, and she's
She was
always
an international
incognito.
thief, man.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
game shows you need to find where she was or whatever.
And she was always somewhere not close.
Lavender haven't thought of her in forever.
I know. Okay, so this is what ended up happening. I have to get 2 documents amended. So first of all, my dad decided to give himself a middle name in the middle of adulthood, which has really fucked my shit up because now the documents don't match.
Okay.
So I need to amend his marriage certificate to have the same name from his birth certificate.
Oh, that's annoying.
Dude,
That sounds-
I've been doing this for years. This is my 4th year. I just got an appointment. Now I'm trying to nail it so I can just get it and fucking move on with my life. So anyway, so I have to send that, and then I have to amend my birth certificate to have his name different on the birth certificate. So I have to send both of these. I have to get money orders. I know how to do all this shit. But now I've stuffed the envelope. And I'm unclear if the forever stamp that I have is going to be enough. It's a little stamp.
Little stamp.
But I don't know. So I go to the store, one of the stores, and the lady says to me, well, she goes, was it big? She was all annoyed at me, Polish lady. And then she's like, it's 1 ounce per stamp.
How about that?
And I was like, didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
So I go home. I go into the deli, and I'm like, dude, do you know anything about? I was like, do you know anything about how much you think this
You gotta
weighs?
put more stamps on it.
Bro, he takes it, he throws it on the cold cut measurer for the turkey.
That's pretty wild.
2.11 ounces. So I'm like, all right, I need at least 1 more stamp. So I got 2 stamps. I then go outside. I see a mailman, and I go, dude, am I good with 2 stamps? He grabs it. He goes, you might need 1 more. I go back in and get another 3 little stamps, and I think we're good. But it took a village, bro.
Yeah, man.
I had no idea.
Stamps is a bitch. Sometimes you got to add stamps.
Stamps are a bitch.
I had no idea about needing more stamps
Yeah.
for
Same.
certain packages. But that makes sense. A couple months ago, I sent my keys to my mom so that she can get into my apartment when I was out of town. And she ended up not getting that envelope until a month after she needed it. And they tore the side of the envelope and took the keys out. So she got an empty envelope with the keys
Did
torn
you ever
out.
do anything about that?
No.
Yeah, 'cause
but I'm realizing now that might be why.
Oh, 'cause you didn't-
It's probably
'cause it was too
someone at
heavy.
the post office ripped them out and just took them
Or they threw
because
them
I
in
didn't have
that
enough
bin.
stamps.
I don't think that's how that works, dude. You don't get to just take the mail. What's in the mail? That's a felony.
That's a felony.
You're not allowed to do that. So somebody's got those keys somewhere.
Somebody got those keys.
They haven't tried yet.
Damn
It's been a couple
stamps.
months.
Damn stamps.
Or you just buy a bunch of little boy stamps and just keep tacking on stamps. That's one way to go.
Right. You build up to the big boy
Yeah.
with the little boys one at a
It's
time.
all on the right. So you do it in a 4 stamp. 4 stamps. It should go across to wherever you're trying to get it.
Shawshank
You
Redemption.
can get that shit to Canada. 4 stamps.
Julia, you want to know my favorite thing about HelloFresh?
Lynch, hit me.
I like making my meals because there's pictures on the instructions and it feels like I'm doing Legos.
And they do a good job with the pictures. The pictures make you excited to make whatever's on there.
Yeah, I love pulling out my bowls. Everything's already pre-portioned. You don't have to worry about buying garnishes that you're going to waste. If you need a little bit of zest, you need a little bit of curry, they have it perfectly measured out for you, and then you get to put it in your bowls, and then you get to just play and make a delicious meal that you would not make because either you're too intimidated or you don't have the time to go shopping or you don't have the time to do all the prep work. You just have to focus about putting your meal together.
Yeah, you're buying a baseball of garlic and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. You don't have to worry about that with HelloFresh. The exact amount of garlic that you need will be there.
How much garlic?
The exact amount. It could be
exact
just a
amount of
little
garlic.
exact 1 clove. And it's great because you can change the settings to be for any variety of people. You can do 4 people, 2 people, etc. Great at, different dietary restrictions or plans. If you want to eat something that's a little healthier, if you want to just do fish, if you want to do vegetarian, they can cover all those boxes. And for a person who isn't an experienced cook like myself, they get you to a place where you can confidently attack a meal that you would not be able to if you had to arrange all the ingredients for yourself. If I was going to buy this specific kind of little carrot, I wouldn't even know where to go to find it, dude. I know it would be somewhere in the produce. Oh, they don't have that. Oh, do they have that? I don't know. Zucchini. I get the wrong one. I get one that's rotten. I don't like this. Sounds like it should be straightforward, but it's actually not. And once you have every item in front of you, the exact amount that you need, it's much easier to follow very specific instructions because you don't have to look at the recipe before you go to the store. You just open the box, you have it all, and you look at the recipe and you're ready to go. Cut to Galarati doing 5 things he's ever done at the same time, making rock shrimp tempura. So anyway, HelloFresh is where it's at.
We love HelloFresh. For free breakfast for life, go to HelloFresh.com/free oops. 1 free breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life just by going to HelloFresh.com/free oops. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
You've lived in New York for what, 10 years more?
15 now.
Okay.
And I'm finally inducted. I feel like I'm more a part of New York than I am South Jersey.
Interesting.
Even though I go home. But yeah, I really like the culture out here. This is my jam.
Well, do you have your whole like sort of medical infrastructure set up here? You got a doctor you go to, you got a this, you got a that.
I have a girlfriend when her sisters are nurses. So if it's really bad, I get to go to all the hotsy-totsy hospitals in the Upper East Side. But no, I try to stay healthy. I mean, I had to go to a modern MD here and there.
What's that, like City MD?
It's like a storefront, little clinic.
You pay as you go?
Yeah, you pay as you go.
It's like $50 or something?
Yeah, I mean, I could get a doctor, but finding a doctor in New York is kind of tough. I mean, but they're still out here. I mean, if your insurance covers it.
You have insurance?
Yeah.
And then
only because I'm in the Writers Guild, and I got to get another job so I can keep that insurance because they cover you based on what you're writing on.
that is a very frustrating thing about it. If you guys don't know this, for acting too, you could be in SAG. We're both in SAG, but if you don't make $20,000 that year in SAG,
30.
you don't get insurance that next year. Yeah. And acting is a fickle bitch.
Fickle.
Like you could have a huge year and then the next year you just happen to not do anything. And I mean, I guess you could get residuals if you've worked in like big shit.
Residual is cool because shout out to CBS. That's what keeps me skipping stones on. I just keep.
So you could get it through SAG too, probably.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I got the insurance, but it's just keeping that. So I just be trying to. That's why I be auditioning all the time to keep a good job, so they can stay off my ass. Because I got eczema medication and I need for the rest of my life. Right. So yeah, I need to be
But the doctor, like, so it's a difficult thing to find a doctor here.
Oh yeah,
who takes your shit. But you have good insurance.
I have good insurance, so I can go to like cool places. I just kind of flex. Like if I gotta go to a dermatology appointment, I go to some fly dermatologist. If it's physical therapy, not physical therapy. Like if I gotta go to the emergency room, it doesn't break me. Like I had my sciatica acted up the other month. I had to get all that done, but they sent me the bill back. I was like, oh, it's not beating me over the head.
Got it. And it just you deductible.
But I just do
whatever.
my damnedest to drink water. Don't eat too much salt. Go to the gym. Do push-ups.
Do you do PT for sciatica?
Personal. No. There's stretches.
Therapy.
There's stretches that you do, and then my dumb ass be shopping on Instagram, and they'll be having like those belts with the little vibrator in the back. You sit there with that. It actually helps. It kind of keeps everything in line. I mean, I'm a full-time comic, so for a long time it was just like don't go play basketball with the bros.
Right.
Like, you're not a ball player, you're a comic.
Right.
So if you fuck your ankle up, you ain't gonna be able to stand up and tell jokes on that. So it's like, I'm all right. So I'll go to the gym and take your time. Don't go on the weight bench trying to be muscle man and rip something out. Just take your time. Don't jiggle. Just stay from jiggling. Don't jiggle, drink water. And write a joke.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, sciatica is a hot topic on this pod because I have a pinched nerve in my neck, which then basically I get the equivalent of sciatica up and down my arm.
Travels up,
yeah. So that has really been a tough thing for me.
Yeah, I've gotten on stage with back pain. I had to sit down and hold my leg out, but I still got to go to work.
Do you know what caused it?
I think I overstretched. I think I overstretched one way.
Got it.
That touching your toes shit or trying to jukes away. And then, when you get old, I'm 40. So if you turn wrong, you sneeze too hard. Oh. You have a sneeze, blow your shit, your back go out, and then you got to lay on a tennis ball and try to line up your sack. When you ain't got no insurance, you be on YouTube trying to heal for cheap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bro.
Yeah, so.
You ever do acupuncture?
I want to try it.
I'll tell you
I'm not afraid of needles because I get tattoos, so I tried it a little. I would. Because a good massage is very nice. So, yeah, I would take the extra step for acupuncture.
I found that to be helpful. Acupuncture has, for me at least, like, I've been doing all the shit I'm supposed to do. They say that this specific thing that I got going on can be particularly pesky, where it's like, you might one day just be like, fuck it.
Because the nerve in the neck, and there's trigger points below that, on your shoulder blades and all
that. Exactly. Yeah. So I've been going to acupuncture. It's been really fucking helpful, but dude, it is the most painful thing I've maybe ever done.
Okay.
For me. And like maybe the guy I'm going to is doing it too intensely or whatever. I've heard people who say that it doesn't hurt when they do it. But this guy is like going till I go, fuck. Like I'm screaming fuck 18 times.
He's trying to find that nerve.
He's getting in there.
And it's fine, but I don't know how it works, but hopefully he's doing it right.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, all I know is that I went and I was like, fuck that. It ruined my day. But then I felt incredible for a week. And I'm like, okay, I think I need to keep going. And a comedian recommended him to me. So I was like, okay, this is just me. This isn't me saying you should try it. It sounds like you.
And here go me. I went to the chiropractor thinking that was the way. And my sciatica acted up more.
I've heard that.
After I got adjusted. So I stopped going to them. I was like, this is not supposed to happen. If I was paying $75 a week out of pocket just to, even with insurance, it was $75 a week. So I was like, yeah, they getting over on me. And then that one time I went there and my back went out after that appointment. I said, yeah, I can't go back. This is supposed to not do this.
I have heard that. I've heard people say that chiropractor's risky with that.
It kind of inflamed it even more. So yeah, I was like, I don't know. So yeah, just mind your P's and Q's and know that your health, you need it in order to do what you're trying to do out here. So be mindful of that.
That is a crazy thing. Like what he's saying is something that I have recently come to terms with, which is like, if you have a certain injuries, you can't even stand.
Yeah.
And like, that's wild. It's like, am I even going to be able to do stand up? Which seemed like a very easy thing to do previously. And I'm like, oh, there's a chance that like I could have a flare up.
You need, so you got to be careful. You have to. Because like, if your only way of money making is getting on this mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a cowboy.
Yeah, because a lot of niggas out here are cowboys. And I'll be like, why are you playing flag
bro?
football? Like, what the fuck? Y'all tell jokes. What is this flag? Look, all the comics is meeting up. No, I'm not going. I'm not. We play ball. Such and such is a hack. He stepped on my ankle. I'm like, see, that's your problem. Oh, when motherfuckers perform with the cast on. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, now you
I got to address the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. Now this is some new material for a couple. Just mind your P's and Q's. Drink water. Don't eat too much salt. Work out. Do push-ups. It lowers the risk of heart disease.
Yeah.
Eat Cheerios if you got, just the shit.
Do you have a dentist in New York?
I do.
How do you recommend them? I need a dentist.
I want to say yeah, but I can't because they fucked up last time I was there. I remember I was getting my teeth cleaned and Shorty did something and blood squirted out. But then they charged me for her mistake. We had to charge her $50 to patch up the scar that I made. I'm like, wait a minute, so I got to pay for your mistake, so I'll be slow to go back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all obviously did that. Y'all know y'all was wrong, but I let it slide because it's a dental office with all women, and I'm not going to spaz in here in front of y'all. In front
That's
of
how
all
they get you, dude. That's
so
how they
I'm
get
like,
you.
all right, I'll go ahead and make the mistake. And you probably won't see me back, but I know what y'all did, so I just got to brush and floss and tongue scrape and just do circular motions around the gum line. So y'all already kind of gave me the keys to the kingdom. I might not have to come back here. And it was on Park Avenue. I was being fly that week. Now, why the fuck are you going to a dentist on Park Avenue? Are you going to afford this shit? Because I just got insurance. So I was like, I'm going for it.
Dude,
Blew up in my face.
This reminds me of something very funny. Derek and I were staying at Pete's house one time, and the cleaning crew came over. And dude, these were like the hottest cleaning ladies in the entire world.
Especially for like a Friday morning.
Dude, there's like a team of them. We had a long night. We were driving back from God knows where, up late, wake up, and Derek and I are sitting on the couch, and like 4 baddies walk in.
Like you ever wake up to just, it was 4 baddies dressed like roadies. Like they was all in black, but she was just like, hi ladies. Yeah, good to see you.
Oh my God.
They were in there when you woke up?
Yeah,
They were like, oh, sorry. And we're like, oh
shit.
We're like, how are you?
Hey.
Oh, good morning.
Who? And they was just like, and they was giggling at us, but we was like, how is there 8 women in here?
Dude. They walk out of the room and we look at each other. We're like,
shut up. Yeah, it was.
Is this like a thing? I'm like, this is not.
I felt so unprepared.
Good. This is not good that this
just
exists.
Woke up to just 4 ladies cleaning, and we was the show. Snoring, carrying on, because we was coming from some road gig. Because Pete liked to drive, so it could be 5, 6, 7 hours sometimes. Like,
Yeah, dude.
That's hot.
Yeah.
It was so funny to wake up. Oh, hey hi.
Can we get you guys anything? Like, dude, it was so fucking funny.
I was looking around like, why? Oh, I'm so not ready for this. But yeah, no, man.
It felt like Coming to America. Remember Coming to America?
yeah.
How there's it's just all the baddies.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have seen that movie or not. A lot of the younger people probably have not, but
Rest in
spoiler
peace,
alert.
James Earl.
Rest in peace, James Earl. Rest in peace, James Earl, indeed.
I'm gonna tell you a story. James Earl was so popular as Darth Vader that we played the bum bum ba bum bum ba bum at my uncle's funeral.
No way.
Like we had to walk out to that. I said this like when you find out your uncles are straight like black nerds, like I didn't know until like they start dying. I was like, oh, these niggas was into Star Wars. Like my Uncle Vic died, and we looking at the casket, and on the way out, I heard bom bom da bom bom ba bom ba dum dum da 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 dum. I had to look at my cousins like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, my dad was into Star Wars like heavy. That he wanted it at his fucking funeral. I didn't know Uncle Vic was a whole like nerd. He was a nerd. And I found out one of my uncles, because I've disowned pretty much all my uncles so I could talk about them. Because they did my mom and my auntie wrong, so I've canceled them out of the family. So it's just me, my mom, my aunt. But my Uncle Wyatt, Scientologist, tried to recruit me one night into going to Scientology, and I caught him. The motherfucker was like, he hit me up trying to cater to my likes. Hey guy, he's one of them black dudes that sound white. Wyatt is his name. Wyatt. That's already
It's a white ass.
So he said, hey fella, I'm in LA for a few days, and I'm going to this thing. I'm going to this show where the lady who plays Bart Simpson, she'll be doing a set. I'm like, all right, it'll enrich your comedy career. I said, okay, where's it at? L. Ron Hubbard Way. I said, kiss my ass, Uncle Wyatt. I'll meet you at IHOP because we're supposed to be family, but don't try to get me hit over the head with the Tom Cruise mallet. You kiss my ass. So yeah, I found out one uncle was a Scientologist and another one might be dead and we don't even know.
Yeah.
Because he was a terrible drunk. So yeah.
Hate to
But
see
that's Derek Gaines.
But that also makes sense why your dad is so into like planes and shit. He probably saw that Millennium Falcon and was
Man, it was
like,
like my pop is a nerd on a level. Like he is the air. He know him. Like he used to put model planes together for me when I was like 6 and hang them up on my roof. So I'd wake up and see all these F-15s and shit, stealth fighters. And he was like, he'd build them from like, take the box, model planes and put them together like it was fucking nothing. I'm like, yo, this dude is different. Yeah. Pop always been, my pop and my mom been different. My mom's an audio engineer. Like she knows the levers and she knows C sounds. And, so yeah, and I'm up down here telling dick and pussy jokes. So whatever.
Somebody's got to do it.
I don't know. My pop wanted me to be a comedian at first. He wanted me to go to Air Force, and I was like, I'm not going to Air Force. I'm not you, dude. I'm just not you. But yeah, so
good shit, bro. Derek Gaines, ladies and gentlemen. Where can we find you?
You can go on Instagram at the Great Boy, TheGreatBoy. I'm always on there. I'm pretty active on Instagram. I let everybody know when our shows are going to be. I put up cool pictures with me and all these fly niggas in fly spots doing fly things. No Need for Apologies is the name of my podcast. You can find it on Gas Digital, or you can just look for the clips on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. I'm always going to be at a comedy club or a theater near you. I'm really getting good at the jokes now. I've been doing it for like 20 years now. So, it's no sweat off my back to come out to a city and talk some good shit with the people.
Come check out Derek giving them the good stuff all over the country. At Not Julio, come see me on the road. I got St. Pete this weekend, the St. Pete Brewery and Coastal Creative, the 20th and 21st. I got Funny Bone, 13th of October. Hereafter in Seattle, the 26th of October. At Not Julio, at Oops Podcast. Lynch, anything to add?
At Ron is really polite. Check me out for updates. That's it.
That's it. Thank you guys. Later.
Wow.